What's up, everybody? Really appreciate you all for jumping in and tuning in. Not a lot of details with this story. It could just be rumors, and y'all know how rumors are. But Robert Griffin III, yeah, RG Knee. Remember, we used to call him that. The last time he was prominent was, I believe, in 2011 and 12. That time frame. Nevertheless, he's liking a lot of Cowboys content. He's liking a lot of Cowboys stories. So the rumor has it that the Cowboys might bring him in for a cup of coffee. Now, my QB2 is still Garrett Gilbert, although we did bring in Brett Huntley and all of those boys. Look, the name of the game is try to figure out ways where you can still better your best. Try to figure out ways where you can say to yourself, how? How can I improve my bottom line? How can we bring in guys that can help out this team in those fashions, right? That's what I'm looking for. Shout out to you, Tyler. Shout out to you, Reggie. Speaking of Reggie Robinson is in the news, too, of him switching from a safety to a cornerback, which I said all last year. Put the man at cornerback. Let him play that cornerback role. Don't put him at safety. And, of course, I believe that the Cowboys were reaching to find any talent that they can find and put at their safety spot. And due to politics and everything like that, Xavier Woods still maintain that spot. Shout out to you, Dragon. Appreciate you for jumping in. Shout out to you, Texas Tycoon. So, my thing is, Cowboy Nation, RG3, I think, and just hear me out before you guys crucify me. Just hear me out. RG3, bring him in, let him compete. We all know that quarterbacks that's similar to Dak Prescott, meaning that they can use their legs, meaning that they can get into maybe one game or a half of a game and still win it for us, that might be the calling card. Now, I do know Brett Huntley, a lot of people were saying that, hey, he's trash, he's garbage, he's this, he's that. He threw 9 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Look, we're not looking for these guys to be QB1. We're looking for somebody that can insert themselves and help. That's all we're looking for. Can you help? Job says, yeah, he's a solid backup. Right. Stanley, appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in all the way from Washington State. Appreciate you. I'm good with Gilbert second year. William. Now, we only had that small sample size with William. Well, I mean, not with William, with Gary Gilbert. I'm calling your name. But William, we only had that small sample size with him. Small. And it was against the Steelers, and he had his warts that game. Not like he played unbelievable, but it was better than what we see before. Now, Garrett Gilbert is still, like I said, my QB2, but let's put some pressure on him. Let's not let this thing be easy for him. And that's a third of the problem with the Cowboys. Sometimes we'll get a player and not put no heat up under him. Look, I want heat on everybody. From Amari Cooper to Michael Gallup to even CeeDee Lamb and even, dare I say, Dak Prescott. That's the way I look at it. Look, my goal would be, if I'm the general manager or even if I'm the head coach, I'll be going in there and saying, okay, if I'm the general manager, Jerry, Wayne Jones, my job is to replace you. I don't care about you. My job is to replace you with better talent. I don't care if you are the star of this team. My job is to replace you. But see, we don't have that with the Dallas Cowboys. And it's not me being negative. No. Because his job not at the mercy seat. His job is not at harm's way. And if the head coach, his position should be, hey, my job is to elevate you. And if I can't get no elevations from you, from A to Z, I'm talking about all of the players. If I can't get no elevation from you, then my job is to replace you. If not, I will be looking for another job. That's how it's supposed to be. Competition. Nobody is giving anything. Nobody. I don't care which round you was drafted in. If Jabril Cox come out here day one and he outperformed LVE, Jalen Smith, and whoever else, then if he outperformed them, then he got to get out there and start and play. But if LVE and everybody crying and saying, okay, this is his contract year, and we want to hold on to him, then I'll tell you that. Fool around and hit the unlock button. Hold on. Bear with me. So I tell you that. Yeah. Me moving around in this J. All right, so I tell you that, Cowboy Nation. RG Nee, I see you. Yeah. RG Nee, bring him in. Let him see what we can do with that skill set and these sorts of things, right? I'm sitting there, these technology, man. I'm sitting there moving around so much. I hit the trunk button. Hit the trunk button on my car. See, hit the trunk button right here. Yeah. Nobody's safe. Missing ingredients for our team. This is a job. Yeah. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. Nothing Steven says. Steph says nobody. Nothing. He's washed up. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Another question right here will be this right here, Cowboy Nation. Hear me out. Let's talk about Reggie. Reggie Robinson. Is it Reggie Robinson the third? Is he the third too? I should have made a crazy title. Is he Reggie Robinson the third or he's Reggie Robinson the second? Thanks for joining the nation, George. Football is football. This is for my dog, Asmodeus. If I had the dog button, I'll press it right now. Talent is talent, but the mindset of the team makes it different. That's what Robert Griffin said. Okay. What's up with you, DJ 100? Appreciate you. I think, appreciate you, Marcus. Appreciate you. Callaway the best way. Appreciate you, fam. I think you take him as a backup. Yeah. Here's the situation. And hear me out, Cowboy Nation. Hear me out. With Reggie Robinson. I think he is the third as well. Or he could be the second. He should be looking at this thing saying, okay, y'all win draft Boss Man Fat. Okay, all right. Y'all win and draft a Nation Right. Okay, all right. Y'all win and draft for Israel Mukramu. Okay, all right. Oh, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown. Where my spot at? I'm hungry. I want to eat too. He should be out there saying, okay, when we lace him up on the field, I'm going to show you guys what I bring to the table. I'm going to show you guys my secret sauce. He should be looking at this thing saying, I'm the best cornerback. Just like Israel said. Mukramu says, I'm the best cornerback in this draft. Shout out to my Cowboys family. Really appreciate them over here. Are you concerned about the depths behind KZ at free safety? Says he is. KZ at free. We do have let me see, we do have this guy by the name of Donovan Wilson, who I would say is a guy that filled in that role at free safety. He's versatile enough to play free and strong. If KZ does not pan out, which could on a high percentage might not pan out, could be nothing much more than a ha-ha Clinton Dix, and I'm just keeping it real because he's coming off of an injury and he's not the biggest guy in the world, and we know that his game was speed and range, and you coming off that injury and you have not been running and working out, it could be a hindrance. And then on top of that, he's 5'11", these sorts, and everybody love the height. And all of these guys, Nishan, I believe he runs a 4.4, sub 4.4, and even Israel, he runs a 4.39. So all of these guys are fast and long, right? So if these guys do not work out, if KZ does not work out, I believe that what the Cowboys done, and also Rashard Robinson, I think we got 2 Rashard Robinsons on this team now, and although they're cornerbacks, but you guys get what I'm saying. I believe, hear me out, I believe that this team Said, dog it, one of these guys gonna hit. By law of average, one of these guys going to hit. McCormick is still too young to jump in there for a little. I agree. Shout out to my Cowboys family. Be sure to check out their page and follow their beautiful content. But I will say this, Cowboy Nation. This entire defense is young. Jabril Cox is young. Michael Parsons is young. LVE is still young in this situation. Tristan Hill is young. Navell Gallimore is young. Randy Gregory, yeah, he's veteran by default, but he's still young in football years. He don't have a lot of what we call experiences. Diggs is young, and we got to sit back and wait and say, okay, will you have that sophomore slump, Diggs, huh? Or are you going to be on point? Because normally, player be explosive and show his warts out year one, and then year two, you say, I'm trying to keep it PG-13. Year two, you were saying, what happened to him? LVE, year two, what happened to it? What happened to LVE, year two? Right, so we'll see what we can do the next year. Belly, what's good with you, man? Trayvon was too young, and he started. Yeah, Belly, he was too young. But I got to say this. We have the patience now because he fought through it. But every week I was sitting there defending the man. He's young. He's got to learn. He got to pick up the system. Oh, he was a wasteful draft pick, man. He getting burnt like toast. He ain't this, he ain't this. I said, man, pump the brakes. He's young. A lot of people was mad at the kid. And it wasn't his fault. He was young last year, but he came along the way. So that's what I'm telling everybody right now. Be patient with these young DBs and be patient with this young defense because there will be growing pains. And I'm going to say this again, loud enough for you guys to hear in the back. This defense and this offense need to help the defense for the first few weeks. Against the Buccaneers, as much as we can have individual parades about our team, Tom Brady done seen everything, including the kitchen sink that was thrown at him. And if we can't create pressure up the middle, Tom Brady will tear you apart, rip you apart, especially these young DBs who subject to the double moves. And they got some dogs. Mike Evans, no one to sneeze at. Chris, he's no one to sneeze at. As well as Antonio Get Down Brown over there. He's no one to sneeze at. And Grunk, he's no one to sneeze at. These guys been playing more football than half of the guys that forgot it. Think about this. Boss Man Fat, we running around saying, yeah, he's a good guy. He only played 15 games. Appreciate the donation to help elevate the nation. Whoever made that donation. Who made the donation over here, man? B-No, appreciate you, man. Jaguars all day just supporting the channel. Keep up the good content. Appreciate you from Duval. Appreciate you, fam. Go Cowboys, though. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. So we got to understand that. And I'm not saying that we should be in fear of Tom Brady because all it takes is one hit to knock him off his marker and for him to be panicky and throw the ball away to us. But we got to understand, we got to be realistic, Cowboy Nation. This defense is still young. There will be some growing pains. But our offense, there's no excuses for the offense. We got seasoned guys. You ever seen that chicken with the season on it? And you can just look at it and you say, woo, that chicken going to be good, baby. It's going to taste good. That's what we got with this particular offense. You can see the season. You can see it, a chicken or that steak. Don't let it be a tomahawk steak. Yeah, you can see all of those things on the offense. Biggest reservations on the offense is one, being the offensive line. Two, is to see whether or not Dak Prescott is really upright. And those are the only two. You got weapons on the outside. You got Ezekiel, the main man, the path of the righteous man that's be set on all sides. And then you got Tony Pollard, who's chiseled Pollard now because the brother's been working out. So we're not worried about the offense. Right? Right? Shout out to you, D Aquarium. Appreciate you. 2 Cent. Look at this dude. 2 Cent. What your Steelers gonna do? I can't wait to see y'all, man. Rashad broke his hand last season and was invited back to trials, but he didn't get signed for now. Okay, so that was Rashard Robinson. So it was two Rashard Robinsons, right? Well, this is another Rashard Robinson because I got to get this all panned out. This Rashard Robinson that you guys are talking about is from JMU, right? The other Rashard Robinson, he's suspended for 2 games at the start of the season. Is he still on this team? He wore 28 last year. Y'all got to help me out with this Rashard Robinson. Dorrance Armstrong, Tristan got to do something. They gotta prove it. This is a make it or break year for Tristan. This is. Let's see. Fred Woods, appreciate you for jumping in. Thank you for being part of this thing. Biggest issue is going to be discipline. We need to understand that the window has expended for us. Maybe we wait 2 more years before we see where we are. This is from Belly. That's realistically. The only thing that can really tip us over the top would be our offense. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. And we got to put things in places so that the offense can be in that groove cycle to tip us all the way over the top. And I'm not saying that the defense cannot be improved on, but what I'm saying is that the defense got to get to the continuity level and get confident and get comfortable with playing with each other. And normally it takes time. It normally takes time. Was it the 2000 Ravens? Y'all help me out. Was it the 99 or the 2000 Ravens? But I want you people to go back to look at the 97 or the 96 Ravens. So, during that time frame, where were they on their defense? The same thing can be said by the Buccaneers. The 2001, I'm going all the way back. But what about the 2000 Buccaneers? What about the 99 Buccaneers, right? It took time. Sometimes it takes a minute for these defenses to get together and dwell together and to be on the same page and singing from the same hymnal. It don't happen just like this overnight. But sometimes you can find that catalyst and it can tip you over the top. A la the 49ers, the 49ers. When they got Bosa, it tipped them over the top. They had some good defenses out there, good players, but they just needed that one guy. Maybe it could be Parson for us. Let's see. MCF, what's good, man? Love elite players, great value prices, 11.5. Leave us alone, 2 cents. Offense has to execute in red zone. Yeah, we talking about efficiency. So we got to figure this out, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you all for jumping in and being part of this live stream. Let's continue to grind and shine. Let's figure this thing out, Cowboy Nation. I'm going to just rehash what I said. It's just rumors right now. I don't know if any longitude or latitude of this is any true. But RG Nee is liking all of the Cowboys content. And, of course, we all know that he grew up loving the Cowboys and wanted to play with the silver and blue on. Maybe I'm with the belief, bring him in for a camp on, bring him in, see what he can do. Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. And I don't think that he got any iron or steel in him, but at least you can give this guy a chance and opportunity to work it out. And then with Reggie Robinson, they switching Reggie Robinson from safety back to cornerback where he belongs. Let's see what he can do from there. And then we can talk about quickly, the Tristan Hill. This is a make it or break year for him. He got a lot of competition, and these young bulls, they gonna be ready to fight for it, right? That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. We out. Peace. Appreciate all of y'all for the donation to help elevate this thing.